If you want to go fast, go it alone. But if you want to go far, you've got to go together. Grow together. Today's message is all about the lone wolf, but lone wolf loneliness, right? I'm talking to the strong, independent women out there. Strong, independent, and lonely. Strong, independent, and alone. Strong, independent, and exhausted. Strong, independent, and ignorant. Strong, independent, and in pain. Strong, independent, and suffering. There is so much power in going and growing together. And it's time we start healing that. Let's talk about it. I'm Sensei Victoria Whitfield. I'm the founder of strategicmeditation.com and visionarymovement.com, where I help impact-driven entrepreneurs and leaders like you who are empathic, spiritual, but not religious, right? Soulful individuals who are out there doing your best to serve and make a way, make a life, make a living. I help you to increase your energy so that you can increase your income and impact. That's what this video series is dedicated to for well over a decade here online. Keeping in touch and keeping you inspired and motivated. So this is my love letter, right, to you at the beginning of the day as you're getting ready to reset your mind, set your mind for the day, your mind set, so that you're headed in the right direction, receiving more of what you want out of life and business and less of what you don't. This is the 5th out of 5 episodes covering chapter 6 of a book study that I'm currently doing. You're welcome to join me in it for Outwitting the Devil, Secrets of Freedom and Success by Napoleon Hill. This is the sequel to his classic Think and Grow Rich, released 70 years posthumously, because this was too spicy a title to be released back in the 1930s when he penned it. So this book is all about self-sabotage, right? So Outwitting the Devil is the angel and the devil on our shoulder, as everyone has, right? The side that says, yes, I can, and the angel, and then the devil that says, no, you can't. No, I can't. I just can't. This is an interview that he has with that side of him. Okay, well, let's talk about why I believe I can't and how I can get around that, right? How can I outwit my dark side that keeps convincing me to give up, to stop, to not keep going for my dreams and desires? So this book is so good. His first book, Think and Grow Rich, basically hands the playbook of like, here's how to create your own successful life from scratch, step by step. He hands you the whole thing. And it's like, now you know. This book is, well, now that you know, here's why you're not doing it, even though you know better. And here's how you can turn that around, right? Such a great book. The 6th chapter is called Hypnotic Rhythm. And hello, I love it. Welcome to nature, by the way. This is the outback of my mansion here. Right, the mansion where I'm at the jacuzzi at the mansion, not for nothing. And there's our fire pit back there where I see private clients. You're welcome to come and visit for your one-on-one energy clearing and strategic coaching session. Would love to see you for it. But yeah, this chapter on hypnotic rhythm is how people get pulled into being directionless and kept being directionless. He calls that hypnotic rhythm. Hypnotic rhythm. And at a certain point in the chapter, in his conversation with the devil on his shoulder, he says, so am I still in your clutches? Am I still directionless and just drifting, as it's called in this book? And the devil on his shoulder says, no, actually, not right now. And he asks him, how did you lose your grip? At what point did you lose your grip on me? And then we're going to read the passage where the devil says, well, it was because of this. Before I get to reading that, a little bit about what he's going to say. He mentions Napoleon Hill's wife. He said it was the moment you met your wife. It's interesting. For all my people out there who are, I'm not going to trust anybody. It's a trust no one, dog eat dog world out there. Right? You might have been burned in the past by a past lover or loved one, right? Such as your parents or sibling or teacher, authority figure, a friend. People can be the sources of some of the worst trauma in our lives that really shape the way that we see the world because of one bad person doing a bad thing. One feckless person letting us down, disappointing us, or one evil person actively doing an evil thing. Be kind to yourself. If you let one person have so much power over you, right? One person have so much power over you that you start to look at the people to your right and to your left and question them. One person has that much power to dominate all the thoughts of your mind. One person, I don't care if they're your grandmother or the president of the United States, whoever they are, one person, their name, their thought, what they did or what they're doing now should never have power over you and your sense of agency, and should never stop you from having an open heart and connecting to the power of people. We mentioned this in a previous video, that the, not to be political, but the word democracy, demo is people, cracy is power. People power. There is power being together with other people. It's scriptural, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am, is what Creator said in Scripture. In my own firsthand experience, right, leading my community for the last 15 years of Reiki and meditation, healing, gathering people together, it's such a beautiful thing to see the community of healing and positivity, how we encourage each other, right? And it happens over and over and over again. People want to lift each other up when given an opportunity to, when led by leadership that desires to lift all voices, lift all people up, and to maintain order and structure and peacefulness, having that clear container for all love and virtue to gather. Be kind to yourself if you've never really seen that, but I know in my community over the last 15 years, it happens over and over and over. It's happening again as I've been out leading meditations locally. Brand new people. I've been going to luxury apartment complexes and being paid by the complex to just give a meditation. And do you know what's happening? It's building community. People are like, oh, where do you live? Oh, you live on the 3rd floor? How long have you been there? Oh, I had no idea. Oh, you like meditation too? Oh, wow. No. Oh, I remember you. I saw you once. What's your name? People meeting each other, having so much in common. And then sharing resources of oh, your son needs a doctor because he has a contusion. I know someone. Or, oh, you're looking for this. I can help you with that. Or, oh, I'm looking for blah, blah. Right? Or, oh, I'm struggling. I need a friend right now. I'm having a really hard time. Oh, I got you. People, when given the opportunity, come together. And on top of that, something very, very magical happens. I'm a living witness to this. And every single one of my clients, any of you who are watching this, I want you to comment below on something that we've witnessed in our community. I call it the communal mind. The communal mind. It is not my mind. It is not your mind. It is another wisdom that activates when we gather together in community, right? I'm a living witness. There have been problems that have seemed insurmountable, like just insurmountable on my own. But when I come together in community, solved. It's incredible. The communal mind has not just answers, but it also has resonance and affinity. Just last night, I led another meditation on location, and there were two women who had never met before sitting next to each other. And I described a meditation of like having massaging hands of light, undoing all the knots in your body. I didn't say what the hands looked like other than they were helpful hands of light. When we went around the circle afterward to describe what we saw, noticed, received, as you know, whenever you meditate with me, we do reflections. These two women who had never met before saw the same thing. The first woman said, I saw the hands of light and they looked like icicles, kind of like an icicle, but white. And I'm like, you mean they were pointy? And she's like, no, it was like elongated or icicle hands. But they were warm and bright and really helpful. And it like clear. I'm like, interesting. Okay, that's how she saw like a pointy icicle. Went around, talked to other people in the group. We came to the woman sitting on next to her. They're sitting side by side on a 3-seat like chair or whatever. The other woman proceeded to describe. She was like, I was following what you were saying, the hands of light massaging my body, but when it got to, like, I felt this buzzing sensation in my hip, and then the fingertips became elongated, and they were clear. They were clear white and elongated, and they went down my legs, and I could feel the pain being pulled out of my body. And I just sat there like, looking at her, back and forth. And we were all dying laughing because here they had the communal mind, communal healing. I didn't describe the pointy hands, but both of them, unbeknownst to one another, had the same image. This has happened so many times. I don't even have enough time to tell you all the stories. Right? I'm going to leave it to any of my clients who have ever experienced the communal mind, whether it was on Zoom or in person. Go ahead and type that in the comments below. But the communal mind is a very real resource that, here's the warning, a strong, independent person will never get to tap into. Strong, independent, and lonely. Strong, independent, and alone. Strong, independent, and exhausted. Strong, independent, and ignorant of all of the resource of love, support, championing, encouragement, energy, and resource that is all around you. This may be your wake-up call. Kyo dake wa, just for today, right? Saying in Japanese, as we say in Reiki, kyo dake wa, just for today. I will embrace going and growing together. Going and growing together is worth fighting for. You can disagree with the people around you, but disagree agreeably. We need each other. It is not good for man to be alone. That is also scriptural, right? It's not good for people to be alone and not trusting anybody. Because guess what? If you subscribe to the worldview, I'm hearing from my guides right now to say, if you subscribe to that saying of trust no one, I trust no one, that's because you don't trust yourself. You don't trust yourself. It's not trust no one. Because if somebody says something sideways or starts to do something that's out of alignment with what you believe, right? You, underneath it all, maybe you don't want to hear this, but don't shoot the messenger, I'm just going to let you know. Underneath it all, you don't trust yourself that you're going to be able to handle that or find a way to deal in that moment, because in the past you got taken advantage of, right? You got hurt, but that shattered not only your trust in the world and the universe and everybody, but also your trust in yourself of how could I let that happen? I'm not trustworthy. But the sneaky, pseudo-empowering way to say that is, oh, I trust no one. Chew on that. Think about it. Let's go to the reading of the day, again from chapter 6 of Outwitting the Devil. This is an intense topic. Oh my gosh. Thank you. It's true. It's a worthy opponent for us to tackle. Yes? Let's do it. So, coming back to Napoleon, talking to the devil on his shoulder, right? He asks, what broke your spell over me and released me from the habit of drifting? The devil on his shoulder says, my answer may humiliate you. Do you want to hear it? Napoleon says, go ahead and give it to me. I wish to learn how much truth I can stand. Wow, what a thing to say. So the devil on his shoulder responds, when you found a great love in the woman of your choice, I lost my grip on you. Napoleon responds, so you're going to accuse me of hiding behind a woman's skirts, are you? Look at him. Look at him. Strong, independent. No, I'm a man. I don't need no woman to help me get out from under. Strong, independent, and alone. Strong, independent, and exhausted. Strong, independent, and ignorant. Coming back to the reading, devil on his shoulder says, no, not hiding. I wouldn't put it that way. I would say you have learned how to give yourself a solid background with the embellishment of a woman's mind. Napoleon says, the woman's skirt has nothing to do with it then? The devil on his shoulder says, no, but her brain does. Can I just say thank you, devil on the shoulder, for giving women more props than skirt? Anyway, back to the reading. Feelings. No, but her brain does. When you and your wife began to combine your two brains through your habit of masterminding every day, you stumbled upon the secret power with which you forced me into this confession. Napoleon says, is that the truth, or are you trying to flatter me again? Devil responds, I could flatter you if I had you alone, but I cannot flatter you while you have the use of your wife's mind. Napoleon says, I'm beginning to catch on to something important. I'm beginning to understand that what was meant by the writer of that passage in the Bible, which says substantially, quote, when two or more meet together and ask for anything in my name, my being God's name, it shall be granted, end quote. Is it true then that two minds are better than one? The devil on his shoulder responds, it is not only true, it is necessary before anyone can continuously contact the great storehouse of infinite intelligence, wherein is stored all that is, all that ever was, and all that can ever be. Okay. Lone wolf, tying this back to lone wolf loneliness. He said, I could get you if you were alone, but not when you have your wife's mind. And this is not about gender or heterosexuality. No, this is about community. Where two or three, where there is more than one observer effect going on. We alter reality. To all those who follow quantum physics, the observer effect, right? Higgsman bows. Where there are multiple observers present, we make waves happen. And it's not just in the Bible, it's in so many different traditions. The last episode we were talking about the movie The Secret, where they went through so many different philosophers and world traditions and religions, all coming as above, so below. Your thoughts are things. But when we have two or more thinking together, two or more people thinking together, it activates that storehouse of infinite intelligence, right? Or what I was just saying, calling it the communal mind. There is an unusual wisdom that encompasses all that is, that we can only tap into when we're in the presence of others. In the previous episode, I talked about how I manifested a new car. I did it with people. I didn't do it in a vacuum by myself, being a strong, independent woman. I am a strong, independent woman, absolutely. And part of being strong is having my people and having community around me. I have herd immunity. I'm not just by myself all the time. Independent doesn't mean alone. It doesn't have to mean alone all the time and doing it yourself all the time. Independent means decisive. Decisive. Independent means decisive. Like you have a clear, creative point of view. You have clarity. You can choose. You made the choice. That's independent thought. Not sitting in the middle of the woods by yourself. That's not what strong independent is. And whether you're female or male, I'm not talking, like, because I got a lot of strong independent men who come and talk to me about how lonely it is. Crushingly lonely and dark. So this is not just a message for women. Be kind to yourself. If you're a lone wolf and having that loneliness, even wolves travel in packs. Even when the wolf is alone, when it howls, it is to connect to the others, right? Via the internet of sound. There's strength in numbers. There's wisdom in numbers. The card of the day is 7 of Fire. So you see her riding this like rainbow dragon, and the wands are coming up at her. And she's 6 wands coming at her, and she's holding one. That's the 7 of Fire. 7 of Wands as a challenger. So 7 is all about research, curiosity, learning and expansion, investigation and understanding, intellectual development. And fire is movement, action, passion, influence, impact, implementation. The 7 of Fire as a challenger is saying you are acting like you don't care. You're acting like you don't want things to be better. You're acting like you're not open to learning, not open to understanding. You're acting like it, and you've got to shift your actions to stay open, because it's funny to see this. So she's riding on the dragon, but if it's upside down, that would mean it's like I'm on the dragon, but I don't want to steer. I'm riding the dragon, but I feel guilty and embarrassed that I'm doing what I want, or that I'm going for what I want, or I'm ashamed that I'm on the dragon. The dragon is paying attention. Look at his face. He's like, I'm here. And she's got her wand, but it's pointing down as if she's like acting like, I don't deserve to be here, or I don't know what I'm doing. Think of it as kind of like, oh, I want a car and I want to drive, but I want to get in and put the car in drive and never use the steering wheel. We'll just hit the gas and see where it goes. No, take the wheel. Like, you need to take command and lean in, especially to leaning into relationship this week in particular. It says, defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground, choose your battles wisely. Like, disagree agreeably. Don't avoid disagreement. No, you're on the dragon. You're in the relationship. So speak up. Steer the car. You're in the car and it's in drive and you're going. Grab the wheel. Steer, lean in. Don't just sit there. If you don't, we're going to crash, right? If you don't, we might just fly out of the sky, or we'll get hit by all the arrows that are coming. Together, she can fly and he can go somewhere, right? She's got the perspective of, here's where I want to go. He's got the wherewithal to take her where she wants to, but she's got to steer the dragon. The dragon's ready to fly, absolutely. I don't know who this message is for, but you have everything you need, and you're not saying or doing anything. You know exactly what to do, and you're just not. Time to take action, and stop avoiding taking action. Stop researching about researching actions that you could maybe someday, somehow, or someone did take. But no, get on, get in the driver's seat, steer the car, go. Get on the dragon, steer it, fly. You have it. Stop acting like you don't. This is what I'm hearing to say to my loner. You know, lone wolves and loneliness. When you finally get what you want, because you've been alone for so long, you don't even know what to do with it. Lean into the discomfort. Lean into the disagreement, but agreeably, lovingly. Seek the harmony and seek the togetherness, because there's power in this communal mind. Their unity gives them flight, right? They're so much more together than they are separately. Don't fight for being alone. Fight for being together. This could be about our country. Fight for togetherness. Don't fight for separation. Together we are fly. We are flying. Don't buy the illusion that we're not fly and we're not flying and that we need to separate, or that we are two separate beings. Although one is a magical rainbow dragon and the other is like an amazing authoritative goddess. No, together we're a flying, amazing, authoritative dragon goddess. That's awesome. So much better together than separate. We're made to be together. That's how humanity is. That's how democracy, people power is. It's plural. It's not person power. It's people. I don't know who this message is for, but we've got some clearing to do. For the loners, for the strong, independent, dysfunctional energy, it's time to clear that. And how we're going to do that is with a strategic meditation, because when you feel better, you do better. Go on over to our meditation app at bevisionarymovement.com. That's bevisionarymovement.com, all one word. And whether you have a membership or you're starting yours today, got a little friend buzzing around here who wants to participate, and you're going to type into the top, energy and clarity drum. Energy and clarity drum. This is a 13-minute strategic meditation. And it's a drum-based strategic meditation. It's going to help you reconnect to the rhythm of being together and flowing together, leaning in with energy and clarity. Let the spirit guide show you how to resolve and heal any fear that you have of going and growing together, as opposed to always being strong, independent, and alone. With that, if you came to the end of this video, I want to hear, what's your take on the strong, independent? Is it lonely? Tell me in the comments below. What was your favorite part of what we discussed today? If you've made it to the end of this video, by the way, also hit the share button. More people need to hear this. It's apparently valuable enough for you to stick here this long. So please make sure you share this on your favorite social media platforms. Spread the love far and wide. If you want to work together, by all means, reach out. You can come here to my lovely space here in New Jersey, 732-903-8573, or go to talkwithvictoria.com to hop on my calendar, see how I can help you. I'm sending you so much love, and remember, you do not have to lose your glow as you grow in life and business. See you in the next one. Bye for now.